Hey everyone. So this video isn't what I originally intended. I originally intended to make a video with me going through every day of the month and adding some decoration and setting that up so that I can just, when I come in at night after work or off and on throughout the day, whenever I journal, I have this already set up and I'm good to go. So I did record most of that video. And then, yeah, about halfway through it, I just wasn't feeling it. Like, the backs of these sometimes take forever to take off. And then trying to, talk and fill the time. And then I kept changing my mind on direction. And so in the end, what I decided to do is just go ahead, spend the time, do what I wanted to do, but then just record a flip through afterwards. So this is a February flip through of my setup. And then that'll be it for that, since I don't really share what I'm writing. So my month is set up. One thing you'll notice when I get in here is that I took the time to, go through all these different kind of tapes and cut out the flowers and colors that I wanted. There's so many different tapes that I had. Obviously, this is the wrong color. We're going for light purples and pinks, but and I created a little stockpile. Plus, I had some kind of free decals that were already cut. Things like this with the splatters, and then it also has some bubbles and stuff too. So, and I had those, and I recorded a video of me kind of making my February box, if you will. And so I ended up really wanting to use all of those things because I did it. So some of the stuff looks a little bit odd in retrospect, looking back, like maybe it doesn't necessarily go together, but right around the middle of the third week of February, I was just too hungry. I wanted to finish the video. So that's what we have. So anyway, enough babbling. All right, let's get going. So just like I did in January, I wrote down my different inks and the pens I put them in. I really thought that this when I bought the Edison pen, I got it in a fine, but I really thought that would be too thick of writing, because I guess I was thinking of Lami's, or so I put in the extra fine, and now looking at the extra fine, it's too fine for me because the steel nibs don't have the kind of flex that the gold nibs do. So this is probably going to change to the other one. Okay, so anyway, these two pieces right here are some of those extra ones that I had left over that I threw on there. This again is the palette that I was going for, and then everything starts here. This guy is massive, but it's really cool, and I kind of wanted to start off the month with something really big. One of the things that happened when I was originally filming is that this was my palette, and then I went and put down all the monthly stickers from the Coffee Monster Co. For my trackers, and then I found myself trying to match those, which is throwing off the whole thing. Like, if I'm going for a purple, why am I now going for green? So it goes back and forth a little bit, but we get there. Okay, so I have my week set up, habit tracker set up for the first week, and then this is what it looks like so far. This little guy keeps flipping up because it was flipped up in the packaging, but oh well. Also, I had a lot of fun going through and finding places to put the dates. I didn't think I would, but it was kind of fun. All right, so 4th and 5th. The 6th and 7th. This is one of those ones where I put these two on there and they seemed lonely, so I came back with these, but then that seemed odd, so then I put a rose and just had to be done tinkering with it. I really love the way the ink splashes came up on here, but they felt so blank, like just those two, or 3. So I ended up coming back and putting some flowers, kind of tie it together a little bit. This is when I went off of the pink and purple theme and straight into green, so I had a new PET tape, and so I wanted at least the front page to kind of match the colors, but then you'll see I kind of went back into the colors, the original colors at least. And this one was interesting because I didn't have 4 of these. I only had 3, but I needed something for over here. And when I pulled the individuals off and cut them, they kind of don't look like the same flowers, but they're from the same roll. It's very weird. But I also wish that I would have cut this here so you don't see the stem, but that's fine. That's fine. So 11, 12. This one, interestingly enough, ended up being one of my favorite ones. I didn't think I'd like using these leaves everywhere. This is a tape that I originally bought because I thought it was black, but it ended up being green, and so I threw that on there. And it just, I really like the look of this. So much so I think that when I do March, it's probably going to be more things like this, I think. Like strips of washi with images. I'm waiting for a delivery of some kind of plain, I guess I cut that accidentally, didn't I? I'm waiting for a delivery of some plain washi that's just grids, and I think that'll work really well for when I do this. But next time I know not to go completely ham, cutting up so much stuff, and just kind of maybe do it about half as much. This is another one. I was really struggling and reaching for the green theme, but I also had these and they just weren't really going with anything else. So I threw them over here, and I was hoping that this would cover the stamp a little bit better, but I didn't position it right, but that's fine. I mean, eventually they'll be writing over it and you won't be able to tell anyway. And then you can see again, tan, not purple. So, and I thought that this ink stamp was the right color, tan, and it's not, but it's still cute, so it works. And then this actually I got in a Cafe Analog as a freebie, and I don't usually like these, but I really like this one because it reminded me of my cat Maisie. So she went in the front, and it was kind of going with the tannish theme. These guys were hanging out. I needed to get rid of them. They're one of the last ones, so I just threw them on there. This was one of my new sticker sets. These branches, they turned out really pretty. And then I just put roses on the other side. I'm trying to bring it back to the pink and purple. Limited success. And then since we still had some brown stuff going on, these are also one of my new buys. They're just like little books of paper that's has a stickable back. I got 4 of them. Some of them are really dark. Like, that would be way too dark. But anyway, so I just kind of ripped those up and then needed something on the end. So I threw some roses on there and, you know, that works, whatever. And then this one, not my favorite at all by any stretch of the imagination. I got a package that had different coffee themed things. And again, I was trying to do the brown and the purple at the same time, trying to keep them cohesive. So this is what I ended up with. You know, whatever. Again, the goal is to have the decoration so that I can just sit down and write. That's what I had to keep telling myself. It's fine. And then we end with purple. So we started with kind of a pink purple here. We're ending with purple. And so I had a lot of purple stuff cut, which was great. And then this one was kind of fun to do. I started coming off the edges with some of them. It's kind of neat. This one I cut one in half and put it in the middle and had the 2 dates. I thought that was kind of fun. Yep, bubbles, mason jars. And this thing drove me nuts. It took me way too long to figure out, but apparently the month of February. So let me show you. So in the Paper Test Designs, you have month, you have blank page that I plan on using for an overview, and then you have week, right? Week. And so I'm just going along, and there was another blank page without a month, and I go through and I decorate it, and I get all aggravated that I put this guy on straight with the branch, but then the things are this way, right? They're off kilter. And then I actually flip the page and realize, wait, this is March. And the overview page is here. So what is this random weird page that's blank? And the only thing I can think of is that it had to be done because February is the shortest month, and maybe it was done for the setup of the book, but now I have a random weird purple page that I don't know what to do with. You know, maybe I'll figure something out, or maybe I'll ignore it. I'd like to ignore it since these are crooked, but whatever. Okay, anyway, that is my February setup flip through for you guys. So hope you enjoy that. I hope it works out for me. And yeah, so have a good rest of your evening or day whenever you're watching this. If you like the video, please click like and subscribe. Thank you.